you up with Ava.
Welcome everybody. Before we get into the video, I have to go over our sponsor. Our sponsor is Dubby. You've seen them in all our videos. You've seen it in my background. I keep it on top of my PC. I like Dubby. It's diabetic friendly, no sugar, no calories, and it's, I believe, 110 milligrams of caffeine. It's really easy. It's really simple. I enjoy it. It doesn't leave me with headaches. And I'm gonna be completely honest. All you need is a water bottle. Take your little scooper, throw a scoop in, shake it, and you're good to go. They have shakers, hoodies, hats, duffel bags, and a starter kit all on their website. So pretty much anything you need, whether you're in the gym, gaming, or you just don't want coffee anymore. I mean, W is a great alternative. My personal favorite so far has been Calio Cream. I do also like their Cherry Blossom, which was a limited edition drop. Um, for 10% off, use code QUIET. You already know what it is. Link will be down in the description below if you do want to go order yourself a tub. And let's get into the video. Track 1, or Rocky. Um, damn. Track 1 is what? Rocky? I mean, I don't really know how I'm going to do a scene synopsis for this. It seems kind of like brash almost. So in full consistency, I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna keep this here so I can unpause and play the music. But the first track is Rocky. Um, I mean, this is it on YouTube. This is where it is. The album's called Mercy. It's by Armand Hammer and The Alchemist. I think the whole thing is produced by The Alchemist, and Armand Hammer is the collective of Billy Woods and Lucid. But I've been on their music for a little while. I enjoy it. So let's get into track 1, which would be Rocky.
Jazz hat like Laraji, black derbies and denim, Conway bag.
Oh, it's Laraji. Okay. Okay.
Coco Rosie, codeine trip in the home with no heat. Grandmaster Flash gave me a job. Cold storage, the room is live. Myth of meritocracy, fucking cock and squeeze. Tender-headed black boys sleeping under the ginkgo tree, dreaming of becoming ungovernable. Make trouble for you. 3D printing guns and gentrify public schools. This is Bucktown. All I lost was my mustache. Ranking 5, they all cut down. What now?
Should've killed me when you had the chance. Now it's out your hands. I don't need an advance. I don't dance. Herzog voiceover, the camera pans. Everybody's a cameraman. It's no use writing, rest assured. You're wasting words. The world doesn't turn anymore. Half burns. The other side will never thaw. Burning books to keep warm. Should've killed them when you had the chance. Overseas, underpasses, cup hand, shield matches, fentanyl dream catcher, 9-5 dream snatcher, bleed you slow once you catch it, say less, it's tacit, should've killed you when I had the chance.
Private pleasure, beggars banquet, weights and measures, coded language makes her anxious. I can taste it when chicken heads come home to roost. No, it's not the same as Bluetooth, Empress new groove, can't play it straight. Fangs dipped in gold, screw face, who knew? Like Palm Spring reparation, pay more, be poor, that's just basic. Ain't no ambulance, ain't no spaceships for no niggas tonight. Ain't no, hell no, won't be no very special Negro show tonight.
Went to sleep and retreat and woke up defeated. Every man for himself, that's the edict. God's side with the winners, the thief next to Jesus. I wanted to be better than my father, but history just repeated. Mystery God, but y'all still looking for a reason. Broken men playing out the string, it's football season. December in Cleveland, lining up, but in my heart already beating. Narrow cotton SRO, no mirror, I already know. Killers on the stairs, man in a hole, I'm through running.
Wow. Okay, I still want to go into this. So, Laraji is a multi-instrumentalist musician who takes heavy inspiration from mysticism when making his ambient music. He has a rather signature style. So, Jazz Hat like Laraji is referencing the artist. I want to know what this is. Hezrog. Okay, so that's a film. That's a filmmaker, German filmmaker. The ubiquity of cell phones. Everyone can make films. This means the primary method of documentation has been democratized, but it also means that anyone can be watched at any time. Damn, that's terrifying, but that is also the truth. I mean, shit, cameras are everywhere. I mean, fuck it. I'm a cameraman right now. Emperor's New Groove can't play straight. A reference to Emperor's New Groove, that would be the movie. But the line treats the phrase literally. In jazz, rhythms are typically swung instead of played straight. True. God's Side with the Winner, Cold's Facts. The Thief Next to Jesus. The Thief Next to Jesus is the title of an album by a late rapper Ka. The album title itself is a reference to the biblical story of the penitent thief who was crucified next to Jesus, described in the Gospel of Luke. Yeah, okay. Broken Men playing out the string. It's football season, December in Cleveland, lining up, but in my heart already beaten. The Cleveland Browns, one of the worst franchises in history. December nears playoff season where Cleveland never makes it, and they usually get beaten, but they line up on the field still. Damn. I mean, this was a fuck ton of one-liners, but everything feels like it doubles on itself. That's still nice though. Instrumental was pretty nice too. A little simple, but I mean, the Alchemist makes simple and complex sound sweet and beautiful, so I'll take it. And then the outro is just
Body of death.
What is death? Is it another part of living?
and it cuts.
Does it mean to be born again?
All right, moving on to track 2, Peshawar. I don't know what Peshawar means. We're gonna do a Google search. Peshawar is a city in Pakistan. Peshawar is the capital city of Pakistan province in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. It is the 8th most populous Pakistani city with a population of over 1.9 million. It is situated in the northwest of the country, lying in the valley of Peshawar, a broad area situated in the east of the Khyber Pass. Damn, 1.906 million as of 2023. 1,086 feet above sea level. That's actually kind of cool. All right, let's go.
Is it full of pain or great ecstasy?
Sorry about that, everyone. We had a small technical difficulty. Track 2, Peshawar. We already learned that it is a city in Pakistan before we had the technical difficulty. So let's hit it.
Does it mean to be born again?
I think this just plays off the last one, which he gets cut off asking if death is another part of life. And it goes into, does it mean to be born again? Is it full of pain or great execution? But let's get into this.
Or great ecstasy?
At a desk now, twice exile, black Gentile, 4 quarters short, rough with a walk, white Wally wave jumper. Growing older and younger, rappers make me sick like airport mall fragrance on empty stomach. Bismarck stutter step going off. Africa in the tick of the crump. Gold fronts chomp at the tip of the spear. I'm all in the sun. I'm her favorite squeegee man. Geechee black and tan, camel chocolate chip. Where niggas look like niggas. One drop tainted angel, indigo and sassafras. This too shall pass.
Gleefully watch the system crash. No matter though, they easily rebooted. Back of the napkin, mad, looking fucking stupid. Alas, all I said when I seen how they plan to use it. Thou shalt not make a machine in the likeness of a human. Mind, that's the rubric. Deep blue verse, Vladimir Putin. Stepped in the other room, but how still read your lip movements. Tears in my eyes, listen to machines make music. It's beautiful.
King spit a watermelon man, seated slang editorial, keep it. Hands of chance secrets, scan the crowd, don't ask me how for the last time, beat it. 90 on the Loop Parkway, Robert Moses boosts the crime rate. Musty how the wine tastes, I ain't faith, without words is dead, making iron shake. Flying past your head, watching prey, lion way. Friendly fires you don't know to have, don't make me a liar, I don't all we have.
If you really ill, let me see you build with no mortar. When you down the ground, there's no border, no matter. It'll still be a slaughter. My aura matte black. Polaroid portraits in Peshawar, crushed scorpions. Gorgeous 16 echoing through valleys and gorges. God's gift, green as the prophet's cloak. Black tea with cardamom and mint. Tangerines of hash smoke. A tree split by lightning, a glow from the wood stove.
Ooh. I actually still want to figure out why this one is the way it is. HAL 9000 is an AI captain of a ship in 2001: A Space Odyssey. The main antagonist of the story, HAL begins malfunctioning in increasingly critical ways, and the crew members go to another room to talk about potentially disconnecting it, unaware that it can read their lips through the window. HAL determines that the only way to guarantee its own survival is to kill the human crew. Which ties back into this. And the Dune universe, building thinking machines was prohibited by faith and by law. The comment is topical, given the rise of generative artificial intelligence occurring at the time of this track's release. But it still plays into each other. Thou shalt not make machines in the likeness of humans. Mind that's a rubric, like a Rubik's Cube. So it's scattered. Deep blue verse, Vladimir Putin. I don't get that one. Hair, Deep Blue versus Gary Kasparov. A pair of the world's. Oh, this was when IBM supercomputer, I believe, had a match with the chess star, which is so it's a full line that plays into itself. Gleefully watching the system crash, no matter though they easily rebooted. Back of the napkin man, looking stupid. Alas, all I said when I seen how they plan to use it. So this is them testing the system and it crashing. But he was happy that the system was crashing. Because, shit, you know how they're going to use it. Which is why you can't make it in the likeness of humans. But, after all that, stepped into the room with HAL. I guess they stepped into the other room thinking about destroying whatever machine they had created, metaphorically. But HAL still reads your lip movements, tears in my eyes listening to machines make music. It's beautiful. Damn. That is, Jesus. That's a whole line in and of itself. And then 90 on the Loop Parkway. Robert Moses boosts the crime rate. Robert Moses was an urban planner for New York City metropolitan area. And the Loop Parkway is a parkway in Nassau County, NY, where the speed limit is 55. By creating a vast highway system, Moses both directly and indirectly boosted the crime rates. First, and most obvious, the opportunity for traffic violations. Second, through increasing urbanization and social stratification, causing urban sprawl, social strain leads to crime as ways of making a living. Damn. But all right, and then this is the only other line that caught me. Peshawar is a city in Pakistan, one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in Asia. Billy Woods often alludes to the military campaigns and conflicts in his verses. See SpongeBob. This ancient city was stuck around for the invention of Polaroids, but it's plagued by poisons, cursed scorpions, and the foot of whatever party is in rule. This person doesn't seem to believe that. These are all. It seems like they're also just like reviewed by people. I'm gonna give this one a thumbs up, but I'm not in my Genius account. Alright, continuously. This is the outro.
You're doing okay, and you're gonna do better.
You're doing okay, and you're going to get better.
You're doing okay, and you're going to do better.
We really get what we ask for.
We get what we really ask for. We get what we really ask.
Okay, this one has a music video, so I'm going to pull this one up. This one is a music video. 4K. Ooh, fancy. Get me to the water. Get me to the water. This one came out a long time ago, and I had already listened to it. And by a long time ago, I mean it's been almost 2, maybe 3 weeks now. But the full album released, I think, 3 days ago. As I'm recording this and posting this.
We get what we really ask for. We get what we really ask for. What does it
I used to hustle with your grandmother. Used to party before you was even thumb sucking. She lived out the sticks where you could get them by the dozens. Get them off like nothing. Used to let me hold the door keys. I usually kept the little son like, what you need? Might crack you a piece like, hold that. That's that old foot stomp and hand clap. That dipped me in the water. Wash me clean, the water black.
Dip me in the water, run between from corner to sink. Every wrinkle seen, rinsed and steamed. Starched and pressed, crease cut clean. Say with my chest 99 steps. Too late to tell, none for the one time. Wide be gates of hell. Burning gas, standing still. There's a way to crash. Sleepwalking with the blade splits. Razor's edge against leather grain. Tan strap, silly gon' shave, mister. It's the stride like Mogo Jumbi Kamsi. Eyes the tide rise, we used to be a country. Wash me clean too much, I can't unsee. Hungry, wild kipper by the fistful. Beetroot for the ticker, might have to kill what I wish for. No place here for me before I go under.
The border is the river. Snipers watch me swim. 2.7 pounds of pressure on that trigger. Gauging the wind through narrow eyes. 3 sisters over the cauldron. Ode to autumn in an old notebook. I'm leafing through like Nas. Didn't recognize my own hand at first. Half surprised, still leaves on the trees. I got half of mine to slide in the water. Let it carry me out to sea. The water gentle, the water deep. Nobody speaks certain things you just know in a dream. The hum of the engine, the thumb of the seat. Father lift me out the car half dead, carry me into sleep. That's still what love feel like to me. Trying to hold it together, the picture can't keep. Mosquito net had a small hole. The moon floating, water so cold. The sun rise and set till it don't.
Get me in the water. 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 Get me in the water.
So that was track 3, Calypso Gene. That was really nice. Strike like Moko Jumbi, come see. Moko Jumbis are traditional Afro-Caribbean stilt walkers, often seen in carnival celebrations. In Central Africa, the word Moko means helper, and Jumbi is a Creole word that means spirit or ghost. Okay. That's the interlude. Let's dip me in the water over and over again. 0.7 pounds of pressure on that trigger is considered a hair trigger by many, meaning a very light and requires minimal force to fire. While this can be advantageous for competition shooting due to increased precision, it is generally considered dangerously light for self-defense or casual use, as it increases the risk of accidental discharge. And then Three Sisters of the Cauldron refers to Macbeth, which is the Weird Sisters. Those were the three witches that speak over the cauldron. In turn, they are probably references to the Moirai, the three fates of classical Greek mythology. Those are the only things that kind of got pulled out of this. This was a really good track. I enjoy it. I gotta put that in the playlist. That's going in the playlist. Next is Glue Traps. Track 4.
For a sip of cold water, do it all over.
Let me pop this out.
Real money's whatever's in your pockets when you broke. Cause for that last 12, 25, dog, you don't even wanna know. You don't prize fighter past my prime, so it's gonna go how I go. No dives though, this deep water can't just hop out the boat. Ram on the shirt, damn right I want that pig smoke. If it's good work, only need a couple tokes. Recidivists never gave up hope that we can move that dope. Hold up, let me pull your coat. What a profit of man to gain the whole world if he don't have time to gloat. All white crowd, I laugh at life's little jokes. Some of y'all never got up at the crack of dawn to go to work for the low and it shows. Good for you though. It's hard to get out of bed when there's glue traps behind the stove. Bulldozers in the olive grove, soldiers switching to civilian clothes. Every story tell a story that's already been told. Everything's dead and gone, we only had a name in the road.
Stretch a little, take a little more. Stretch a little, take a little more. Down today. Put a little something on it. Getting over everything half price, what he told her. Shop the car rolled in, loaded down. Meat man pulling up in the lady barber. 3 sons on Fulton. Beef, pork, chicken, shrimp, work is work. He smirked, said it only gets harder. Hardest working for your people, be your own. Send my regards, keep the garbage out our garden. I scrub concrete with bleach water and kitchen wipes. Wash my hands 1,000 times a shift. Flip what's hid behind the pipes, it's only right. Name a price, body, mind, spirit. Fear that in your warmest void, behind and under, tweed and corduroy. Looping moving pictures, chicken backs and gizzards. Crack your skeleton, it's baby new year. Crosstown traffic, hop out on Gates and Green. Black Derby, not Nate Dogg with the pinstripe. Step light, bay rum in the air, there's a word for that. I'ma yearn it back, stretch a little, take a little more. Tickets at the door, stretch a little, take a little more. Tickets at the door, down today.
I did it, mama. I did it, pops. Your boy done hung his hat a billion spots. Rolling Stone moss, don't touch me like soap on white folks' legs when they wash. Or a colored kente cloth. The subgenres Da Vinci Core. These thugs sound like pumpkin spice 50 pours. Stress got me at a high smoking point and like grapeseed oil. Tennis soil left me caked in dirt. Earth, I'm way too loyal, way too cool. Gotta strip layers like working through nursing school. Second coming of nice, rebirth are cool. We hula hoop with the rings of fire, these guys are jumping through. Nothing new. Tears shed for the buck of the dulce. So fucking can't be stuck at neutral. Zigzag zigging business as usual. Game runs on lovers and liars. Pluggers for hire. Old bucks trying to get back on the track and youngins to buy ya. Plus most of these Yakubian products making dollars in the industry are simply DEI hires. If we keeping it funky, keep it above.
What I expected him to be.
And then that's the outro. But I have, like, I'm reading through this as I go. Real money, whatever in your pocket when you're broke, because that last 12.25, dog, you don't even, damn. Don't prize fighter past my, okay, Haram in the shirt, reference to the 2021 album. The album cover is dead pigs, so that doubles on itself. Haram, because Muslims can't have pork. It's considered against their religion. And then you have the album that they had, which had dead pigs. I guess that's a double if we think about it. Recidivist never gave up hope that we could move that dope. Recidivism is a phenomenon of criminals repeating criminal behaviors and being repeatedly institutionalized in the revolving door of prisons. This is often recognized by the result of the penal system and failure to rehabilitate and care for inmates. Bulldozers and Israeli forces, Israel and Palestine, olive trees were historically one of the main sources of income for Palestine and Palestinian families, having been cultivated in the native area since the 3rd millennium BC. After Israel began its occupation of Palestine, it's estimated that they've uprooted almost 830,000 trees between 1967 and 2009. Plainclothes military operations are one of the most heavily contested portions of Israel-Palestine conflict. Both IDF and Hamas forces have been reported to use soldiers in civilian clothing. Jesus, that's okay. Well, that makes that tie into the last half, which is every story tell a story that's already been told, because this has been going on for God knows how fucking long. Everything is dead and gone. Referring back to this line, we only had the name of the road, and I'm gonna assume that this one is a reference to the Gaza Strip, because we only have the name of the Gaza Strip. We don't really know anything else other than that. I mean, the place has literally been ripped to shit. Birth of Cool. Okay. Birth of the Cool is a compilation of albums by Miles Davis. And Quellcris compares music he and Armor Hammer make to Birth of Cool. They are innovators in their fields who haven't yet received the flowers, but their influence on the rap game will become apparent as time goes on. This one, I've heard my grandfather say something like this before, because I mean he has that old rap in him, I guess. Zigzag Zig is what the Z in RZA stands for, according to him. Using the supreme alphabet of 5% Nation translates to knowledge, wisdom, understanding. The Yakubian products, this is some bullshit. And the Nation of Islam's mythology, Yakub is a black scientist who lived for thousands of years and created the white race via selective breeding. Here, Yakubian products would be white people. No. Elucid also refers to Yakub on a track upcoming in this album. Okay. And then this is the outro.
To be a militant in the line of Malcolm X or Martin Luther King or
expected him to be was a militant.
That guy Garvey, and he was none of these things. He was simply a quiet, very conservative intellectual, and he fitted in very well. He got along very well with everybody there. I never quite understood why I was having problems, why I was smoking dope, why I was always discontented, blah blah.
I wish there was an explanation for this. What I expected him to be actually was a militant in the line of a lot of the greats that we had in terms of the black influential movements, but he was none of them. He was simply a quiet, very conservative intellectual. I want to know what that's about. Alright, track 5, Scandinavia. How many tracks are on this album, actually? There is 14 tracks.
Let's be serious now. Of course they came with that move, cousin. I see it coming. Of course that's what they gonna do, but to me it's nothing to burn this whole thing down and go back to hustling for my dinner. Seriously. It's all I ever did. After all, I'm no beginner. Might sell you a bridge, but it's no regrets when you examine the metalwork. Just say he's best, arch like a lover's neck. From up here, hard to judge the water depth or guess which which way it'll take the body.
1, 2, 2, check it out.
Shit, he might, but I ain't going back. My baby's face shining like new pennies. I never chase, I'm in my loafers. It's coming back, I promise, everything you owed us. I never asked, and that was probably my fault. When she told me what she told me, I believe. Yes, I do indeed. It been hand to hand, the pocket sense, muscle memory, printing e-checks on Fulton. Chicken in the bag with the chicken sandwich. Rick the run up on Mercer Flash.
Any money you don't need, brother, I hold it for you. Just say the word. Every dollar I got was earned by somebody, somewhere, but I got it now. Fair, foul. Foul is fair. Harvard through the fog and filthy air. Grinning and greasy mirror like you and me is quite a bear. Swimming in resegregated pools, the bleach burn good like menthol. Alive with pleasure, I could never be mad at y'all. Scorpion gon' sting, snake gon' bite. I sleep deep and get dressed at first light. One step slow, all it takes.
You won't have a chance to change your minds later.
Yes, of course, another. Boot the skull, this one fall. When nobody came, punching wind, I got it now. Calling gods and devils by their name. 2 club sodas in the ice cup. Instant transfer, change your life. Old niggas skating, spike the pipes. From get the fuck on the shit they might. Such is life, thin air with the labor breath. Bust this right, to be honest, I wouldn't trade what's next.
Drive straight to the road and then take that left. Headlamps dissipating the mist. Bushes and trees caress the car whispering.
Red clay, rocks and roots, needle to the record. Been a couple places, but I never been to Memphis. I made red bean and rice with just my right hand. Bluest night, my guitar caught a body.
Light filtered through white curtains, strange like Scandinavia, like ice on the wing of a plane, like do not step in blazing in Saudi Arabia, like whatever happens never change, like that's that shit I don't like, bitter septuagenarian. I'm nice like just ask my ex-wife's parents, like y'all niggas talk crazy, but like come on, who y'all supposed to be scaring, like strange like that.
I won't let you forget it. I won't let you forget it.
Okay, this verse by Billy, verse 3 is what got me. I want explanation. Any money any money you don't need, brother, I'll hold it. Just say the word. Every dollar I got was earned by somebody somewhere. But I got it now. The bar that got to me was fair or foul, foul is fair. Which in Macbeth was fair is foul and foul is fair. Which is, I don't even remember the full meaning behind it. But it basically means anything goes, if I'm remembering it correctly. I mean, right here it says that, you know, the guy who did it was saying, you know, he's robbed everybody. But the way I'm taking this is he's basically taking people's petty cash and working for petty cash. Whether he's doing it legally or illegally. And then this one, which is grinning in a greasy mirror, like you and me is quite a pair, swimming in resegregated pools, the breach burned good like menthol, alive with pleasure. I could never be mad at y'all. Scorpion gonna sting and snake gonna bite. This section is likely how oppression is human nature. The scorpion stings, the snake bites. The evil are okay. So that's comparison to evil inside men. Is wont to segregate and may even gain pleasure from doing so. Menthol cigarettes are used disproportionately by Black American smokers and were marketed to target them. Tobacco is its own type of poison, analoging the venom of a scorpion or snake. Finally, the most obvious is pools were highly segregated during the Jim Crow era in America. The pool's owner pouring toxic chemicals in the water to attempt to drive the blacks out. Oh yeah, they did that. Yeah, because they used to over bleach the pools. I believe they used to put extra. Instant Transfer is a track. Is track 7 on Lucid's 2024 album Revelator. Appeared on Armand Hambert's self-released vinyl Black Label. That's track 5. Okay, cool. And then there's the outro, and then we go into track 6.
I put my trust in my own God.
And then this is track 6, Nilmouth.
Nothing ever seems to get ready. But we're married. You're always gone, and I'm all alone at night. But we're married.
I think I remember what this is from. This is from a movie that I was kind of forced to watch by my English teacher. And damn, now I wish I could remember the name. Hold on. I might be able to pull it up. But I remember that this was when the husband was cheating on her, basically. And he was like, well, at least she does this, that, and the third. And the wife basically goes, there's a million things I could have sacrificed. And there's a million things I have sacrificed. I'm lonely too, and I could have gone out anytime. But we're married. And that's the intro to this. Jesus.
World eater, weeper, feed a cold, starve a fever, leader, the unbelievers. But next to these brothers, I'm sounding like a preacher. Next to these niggas, I'm looking like Mediba. Your God died when they damn Kariba. Goddamn Rhodesia, Armand Hammer, acetone, ether, a fistful of dollars, Ebenezer, squeeze them. In order to be free, I knew I needed a lever. Baldwin in Paris, my mind wanders, y'all might need a visa. Don't lose yourself out here, it's finders keepers. Crocodiles weeping while they eat your salty tears, all the sweeter. Friday night lights, cannibals fill the bleachers. Read them they last rites, feed them to the creature. Feed the monster, feed the meter. Might do a couple few features. Dead at night, open the deep freezer, bathed in light. My days is short like December in Geneva. Every day's a heist, carpe diem. Crazy gas, low mileage. I can't tell you the number, I have to dial it. I can't tell you how to get there, but you can ride with. Taste foul, but still ache like an alligator smiling. I can't tell you the number, I have to dial it. I have to dial it.
World eater. Could've let these Micron Dons and Don Divas define the lion-hearted. Don't get me started. Self-made martyrs, drew self within margins. Arm and hammer, uncommon carnage. Iran-Contra cadence, psychic karmic violence. One-drop rule at the Radiotron. Negro clash, how low can a punk get? Sean P said no fatigues and sneakers. Tattered edge denim draped like Pussy Willow. Went to sleep and dreamed of exploding beepers. For whosoever believe, long arm of the law, the reapers reaching. Been on a first name basis, the devil's the hex correctly. Your power's intermittent, the flow like remote control lightning. I dice peppers and ginger, choking on Moonbow. Future shock, boom, the room go. Off everybody, see the van cycling, sickling. Guaranteed make them jump like Ross Strickland. My days long like June in Helsinki. They can't link, broke empty. My gold fronts fell behind the radiator. You can't pay me later.
Okay. There are like 3 lines that stood out to me and some that I need to figure out. One that I still I wish there was an annotation for this. World Eater Reaper. Eat a cold, starve a fever. Leader to the unbelievers, but next to these brothers, I'm sounding like a preacher. World Eater Reaper. Because the World Eater would reap the souls on earth. Feed a cold, because whenever you have a cold, you're supposed to keep yourself up. When you have a fever, you're basically supposed to only have liquids, if I'm not wrong. Leader to the unbelievers, but next to these brothers, I'm sounding like a preacher. I want to know what that line's about. Billy Woods is no saint, but compared to... Oh, wow. Okay. Mediba is a horrific title that Nelson Mandela went by later in life in his ancestral clan named for his ancestor, a Thimble king who ruled in the 1700s. Billy Woods is no saint, but compared to these dudes, he might as well be Medeba. Jesus. Your god died when they damned Kariba? Lake Kariba is one of the largest man-made reservoirs in the world, located on the border between Zambia and Zimbabwe. The Kariba Dam, finished in 1960, holds 185 cubic kilometers of water in a large flooded area. The dam has been controversial, being linked to earthquakes in the region due to the sheer amount of water held. In recent years, the water capacity has fallen to below 1%. The dam has fallen into disrepair. The construction of the dam displaced 57,000 people, and the local Tonga tribe living along the banks of the Zambezi River. The Tonga believed in Nyami, a river spirit that was believed to control the current of the river, that was believed to have a terrible wrath. The Nyami, otherwise known as the Zambezi River God or Zambezi Snake Spirit, was one of the most important gods to the people living in Zambezi along the Zambezi River. The Nyami was believed to protect the people and give them substance in difficult time. The river god was usually portrayed as a male. In 1957, when the dam was well on its way to completion, Nyami struck. The worst floods ever known in Zambezi washed away much of their partly built dam and heavy equipment, killing many workers. So, saying your god died when they damned Kariba is basically saying they killed their god by damming the river because there's no current. Fistful of, Ebenezer Scrooge, famously greedy misanthrope from A Christmas Carol. Okay, that makes sense. Baldwin in Paris refers to famous Black American writer James Baldwin, who lived in Paris for many years. Okay. The closer you get to the poles, okay, that's just because sunlight becomes few or becomes plenty, and it's few in that case. I can't tell you the number, I have to dial it. Woods is referring to the difference between recall and muscle memory. Oftentimes the muscle memory for dialing a person's phone number will persist longer after we can actively recall the number itself. Woods is likely making a larger comment on the way the body remembers things even when we think we've forgotten them. Fair enough. Shit, I can't go against it. Damn. And then there's the outro.
Everything's wrong. Nothing ever seems to get right. But we're married. You're always gone, and I'm all alone at night. But we're married.
And all I've got to look forward to is
this album might actually fuck me up a little bit. Track 7. Dog Geared. This one features Capwani. I don't know if I was saying the features before, but we're here.
Losing the plot, turning back the pages. Asked if I would trade it all. Like, please be kind, rewind. We're not talking impossible matters. It's all chutes and ladders. The patterns never more apparent. Glaring. Peace scatters after death strokes. Next notes. Sour to the tongue. Alive with pleasure. Kelly green and mandarin orange. Who I'm is, who I'm aren't. Everything justified when you starving, right? Hands of chance. Buried lamps to not be spotted in darkest night. Twice. Thrice, feeling spiteful, it's always where you going.
never just, I'm right here with you. That's fair. Harder keeping your word isn't saying much. Three-legged stray expectation, lapping ankles under shaky tables. Change your tone, grab my things, I'm gone. I'm off, I'm mostly on. If not for you, then who's it for? I still will where I want. I'm okay with nothing, that's not my only problem. Numbers on the board, another mark in the column. Pardon.
In front of me, underneath, behind me, above me, in front of me is what I see. Feel me, feel me.
She finished her drink and looked at me inquisitively, asking, what's the role of a poet in times like these? I never answered, but it stuck with me all week. Riding the bus, fixing something to eat, putting the kids to sleep, walking the streets at night, burning a tree. Drafty windows got me turning up the heat. Downstairs neighbor called about a leak. Michaela called, we talked till 3 in the morning. My agent called about touring. I dreamt of boats loose from their moorings. We'll see if they're seaworthy, we'll see. I took the 4 to Fulton, transferred to the 3. We'll see what washes up on the beach, galoshes on. He leaps into puddles with both feet on the way home. Bacon grease by the stove for frying eggs, hashed potatoes. I'm smoking in bed, scrolling my phone, novel on the nightstand, untouched. Sleight of hand past moments of dread. Spider-Man perched alone on the ledge, mask off like Future. Range sluices through gutters, love is searching, the bar's dark. Cars double parked, out of state, license plates, chin-ups on scaffolding. Pull up, what's happening? She said, you got an answer for me yet? I said, I'm still grappling.
Alright. We're not impossible. We're not talking impossible matters. It's all shoots and ladders. An ancient Indian board game, Snakes and Ladders, was remade into game shoots and ladders. I have a feeling it's just we're not talking impossible matters. We're just talking it's just all ups and downs, which is how I'm gonna see that one. Yeah, I'm gonna see that one as we're not talking about things that are impossible. We're just talking about the ups and downs of everything. So that's where I'm gonna stick that one. Patterns never more apparent. Blaring peace scatters before death strikes. Okay. And then Three-Legged Stray Expectation. Title of the song, dog-eared pages. The corners folded like a dog's ear. Okay. As a bookmark. 2 lines, lucid uses some canine adjective. Lectures, sickly stray, 3-legged dog, licking your ankles under the table to command your attention, just like a dog-eared page would. Furthermore, the table is shaky because of the aforementioned 3 legs. Wow, okay. And then this is just a story about how Billy was asked a question, what's the role of a poet in times like these? And the rest of it is really just him contemplating up until he sees her again and is asked if he has an answer, and he's still trying to figure it out. That's how I'm taking that. All right. My bad for the cut. We're back. Track 8, Crisis Phone.
I'll bring your 25-year-old hip. Where'd you get it, man? Man, you know me. I know everybody in town. I know everybody in town. When you give me another case to work on? Well, hey, you're out there, man. Give us one to work on.
Camera shy, hands held high, where the head goes, body follows. Y'all know I'm not pressed, but I coalesce. The more you hold, it's not a flex. Where you trying to go? I road trips through dip, skipping stones. Time zone folder, black as holes. Hands of chance, palm the rose. Dead can dance, grease the bones. Check for vitals, false idols. Peace guard, I wouldn't lie though. Sign the line. Southlow Day Camp, Chinese Staircase Champ, 1991. I put razor to my head after seeing Onyx throw your guns. Born under warmth to other sons, no answer. You didn't call before you came, King's ransom. You don't wanna know what's in the sauce. You wouldn't guess what's under the floorboards. Richmond, hem and haw, away from every known side, but still won't pay what it costs. A couple scar and a few more. Ball time, hold the door with the toothpick. 2 swords, 1 on each temple. All is welcome. I was fine with a dime sack of hydro and a bootleg smack DVD off Nostrum. 20 years came and went, my face on posters plastered with the ghost of ghetto past. Pour out a little liquor, date smudged on eviction notice if you notice. Extra out the picture, not the record. 1 for good measure, 2 for getting over. Closure.
That's me peeling back like I can't remember. You don't know what it mean to bleed membership, you not a member. You ain't never seen what it mean to have leadership. Show the real, I know evil. Trust the rap from the tag, it's a sequel. I'ma keep it 3012 blue seconds. Blue from the name is what they expecting, but they never a threat, we still here. Real shiny hit the heads like murder and cry. It's really a hit on the scale, 1 to 10, I can eye.
Shared interests like limited liability, distant and intimate moments. It's only 1 date, but I don't know, feel like she into me. Love expensive, I'll make do with breadcrumbs and chicken feed. I got chicken feet sticking out stock pots. Miss me with the mystery me. Fake beef, I'm a broken clock, I never come around. I wait for my time, I'm a stolen watch, new strap. All calls blocked and tumble finger wag, I thought not. Pepper like bird shot, shepherd walkers flock to the abattoir door. It's a dirty game, Lord. Woke since the snot nose jumping at ghosts, but scared money where the smart money go. I cut my enemies exactly enough rope and watch them go ahead on up the road. Sunset like gold in the crucible, spider hole in the cubicle. You can pour your whole soul in, it's still business as usual, like them 2 brothers used to do. Bruv talk a good one, I'm like whoop-de-whoop. Second date, the bouquet is for the soup. I got more sour flowers laid on the roof for meteor shower. Holding hands for half an hour, feeling kinda sad.
I'm out the bag. They would've thought I was glad, man. This me peeling back like I can't remember. You don't know what it mean to bleed membership, you not a member. You ain't never seen what it means to have leadership. Show the real, I know evil. Show the people, can't trust the rap from the tail. This is sequel. I'ma keep it 3012 blue seconds. Blood from the neck, what they expect. What the hell, but they never threatened us. We still here, girl shine. It is like murder.
Damn. I just want to understand this. Tumbo finger wag, I thought not. DK Mutombo was an NBA player known for his locks, which afterwards he would wag his finger. He would say, "Not in my house," or "Not today." He was also in Geico commercials. All calls blocked. Possibly a reference to negatively blocked calls from ARMAND's 2023 album We Buy Diabetic Test Strips. And then Spider Hole in Your Crucible. Reference to Spider Hole from Wood's 2019 album with Kenny Siegel, Hiding Places. The choice of the flow and rhyme scheme. Even the word crucible is reminiscent of Wood's verse on the Eucharist in Armand Hammer's 2020 album Shrines. Not a bad track. I do enjoy the loop in the background. It's mildly eerie, but that's usually what happens with a lot of Billy Woods tracks.
I'm not going to tell you anything. I want you to watch me. See what I do. See how I do it.
Alright. Next up we have... Alright, next up is Moonbow. Alright, the next track is Moonbow. No features. The last one featured Pink Shifu. Alright.
They never believe you when you tell them either. That's the thing. son might sell you a boondoggle like 90 ski goggles. In the hood, it's either lead or follow. I'm living like the streets is cobbled. Sit at the desk rolling trees, you would think I'm putting ships in a bottle. 1 seed is a mazel, 2 seeds I'm agreed, 3 we coming to rob you. Since the decision feeling hollow, I miss you, but I'm old. Pride ain't that much to swallow no more. I miss you like the regime toppled. Knew it was coming and still blindsided like Luke Jockle. Blinded white out the mag light, I'm an apostle. They holding mid so every pull of the pit feel like a sneak diss. The split feel like a chairlift. Step off the plane and smile when I can see my breath. You Negroes is dead. The people is fed from the palm of a tyrant. Michelin star, you dying in near silence. Silverware rattling, chewing and sighing. Luxuriously slow violence like Pinochet's best pilots. Death flights with the sun behind us. The South Atlantic, a carpet of shimmering diamonds.
Get off at the last stop, 1-800 cop shot. If you need a hotline, half live, state murder pastime. Who promised you tomorrow when they came for me? We was watching towers rise where they fell. Rockets, comets, scarabs, and scales. What matters whose body? Will is free, water's not. Order now, order hot. Few steps ahead of fire. She likes when she's watched. She can tell when you're lying. I know when I'm not. As red as the sky been, as wide as your gaze wanders. Coastline contour, hiss and crackle like Third Rock and God's crack pipe. How about some hardcore? Past few nights hectic, exit row only, ain't no checking. Can I kick it? Devil water, slick shit out the spigot. Mirages, sleight of hand, I'm minding business that pays. Exact change, may you shine through to the end of your days.
As always with the Billy Woods verse, it's covered in highlights, which I enjoy. A boondoggle is an item or project that is considered a waste of time or money. It is continued regardless. Ski goggles were a fashion statement in the 1990s, but they ultimately a fad that wasted money. To roll trees, to roll marijuana, in this case, what is doing it with extreme care and caution, as if fitting a model ship in a boat. If he finds 1 seed in the weed he bought that is mazel, a Hebrew word meaning destiny, it's inevitable. If he finds 2, then there's some grief to it. If there's 3, then he'll come back and rob his dealer as retaliation for selling him poor quality marijuana. Okay. And then, who's Luke Jocko? Being blindsided refers to being surprised or shocked in an unpleasant way. This line constitutes a double entendre, referencing the concept of 2 distinct ways. Luke Jocko played left tackle for Texas and later the Jackson Jaguars. In American football, the left tackle protects the quarterback's blindside, assuming right-handed quarterback, the side where the quarterback cannot see. Pass rush, okay. The line further refers to the 2013 NFL draft. It's widely expected to be the first overall draft pick. The Kansas City Chiefs instead drafted a different offensive tackle, Eric Fisher. Luke Jocko himself stated that was an unpleasant surprise. This line refers to a person whose job is to protect the blind side, being himself blindsided. Damn. Knew it was coming and still blindsided like Luke Jocko. Damn. This thing is just pulling references out his ass. In tyrannical governments, the people are at whim of the government. Woods contrasts this with the luxurious lifestyle of Michelin star meals, the fine dining that those authoritarians live. Associating Michelin with tyrants may also be an anti-colonial message. The Michelin Tire Company, which started as a Michelin star system, held extensive rubber plantations. The people was fed from the palm of a tyrant Michelin star, you dine in silence. I understand that one. These fights took place over the Atlantic Ocean, the ocean shimmering like diamonds. is meant to further contrast the beauty from the plane helicopter with violent human right abuses taking place. Death flights with the sun behind us ties together the beautiful sunset with the executions of innocent people, which shows how intertwined violence and their lifestyle are. Woods is implying that the luxurious lifestyle that authoritarians such as Pinochet have will always be marred by abuse of people. Jesus. All right. Track 10, I believe. No Graba.
How can I tell it? How can I tell it? I mean, how did you know when you were drunk?
It's nothing like the slush they give you in the movies.
I know you're not out of jail. You didn't escape nowhere, did you? Oh, no. I'm early as bounty hunters, knock it. Frederick Douglass up the Yammy like y'all ain't leave me no options. Gas station vacuum the Camry before we hit the border, I'm not them. Shot is off the shoulder, high off the backboard score, cause I learned on chain nets and crooked rims. Around the same time I learned you're not gonna survive out here with no friends. But friends you know you're gonna have to fight your own battles in the air, bro. Born alone, die alone, homes. You already know I know it's no next to can, though. Strippers on the head of a pen, flights like I'm pushing 10. Regulate the airflow, spin the lazy Susan. Sound man approach with the mic, wave them off like let me just talk to him.
No grabber, nah, never.
Let me just talk to him.
No grabber, nah, never, No grabber, nah, never. No grabber, no. No grabber, nah, never. No grabber, nah, never. No grabber, nah, never. No grabber, nah, never.
How can I tell it? How can I tell it? I mean, how did you know when you were drunk?
It's nothing like the slush they give you in the movies.
No grabber. Buddy looking half dead, but I'm no doctor. The moment she was single, we leapt into bed like the floor is lava. Pitch my nose and get this bread like IMF loan. I'm known in Kinshasa. Kitchen Kenya, Rwanda, I don't know no Lingala, but please know it's no grabber in the spliff. First in show, I love that lil. I'm old and slow, but I'll still get you 14 and 6. A couple assists. The more I listened, the more I knew his whole thing was a grift. And it worked, and it fits. 2 left feet picking through piles of kicks outside the gas chamber. Ask God's forgiveness, but this nigga never wavered.
No grabber, nah, never. No grabber, nah, never. No grabber, nah, never. No grabber, nah, never. Collect calls in the media shower. Flame trail behind me considering power. World Trade Temple, tower like NBA apricot centers in the 90s. Twin Glocks playing for my dinner. Ginger cut, pepper chip, lady finger, give me the light. Said stretch your whole spliff hard to pull virgin tight. Like Jamaican security at your neck. Hang gliding from the split ends of your beard. No grabber, not never. No grabber, nah, never.
I know it. Come on, this side or on that side? Where you want to make history? Two? Are you crazy? What's wrong with you? Huh? They don't let me go. I say, you in the play. There you go. Get your ass out here, boy.
Why are you scratching your head like you just had a revelation?
Like, did you really think you were gonna win in the beginning?
I thought I had a fighting chance, but it was a little different in person.
Alright. This is what I saw in the second verse. I'm old and slow, but I still get 14 and 6, a couple of assists. What's refers to? Okay, so he's referring to a KD. The most skilled player is the better. The most skilled the player is, but they perform. Okay, whatever. Would suggest a 2.33 KD, which would usually be seen as skilled. In other words, he still got it. This Maccabi image is part of a series of references throughout Wood's work to the shoes and the recently dead. The idea is explored on Born Alone, which is where he talks about the shoes. Also mentioned on this track, which begins the lyric, "Dead man's shoes, double dare you to rock 'em." This itself is a reference to Doldrums from 2022's Aethiopes, where Woods raps that Mom shook her head, you shouldn't wear a dead man's shoes. And then here's the Born Alone dialogue reference from Born Alone track 16, Gollywog. And then Spin the Lazy Susan. Okay, and that's another reference to an older track. Alright. There are some other things that I wish I could go over, but they don't have annotations, and I don't want to try it. Alright, track 11. You Know My Body. No features again. Alright.
Bodies in the water like apples bobbing gently. Body stand sentry on battered corners gently with the tiny coffins almost barely empty. Bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies. Everybody was somebody moments before their bodies was torn. Twist bodies like porn after echoing the guns and bombs is gone. Bodies sit forlorn, pitched amongst the bricks. Flung like empty purse after the mugging. Oh, look what the cat drugging. Still moving, piteous. Search the rubble for the slightest movement in the ruins. Secrets grow hideous inside the computer's bottomless pits for bodies to get dropped off in like Catkin Forest. A bitter harvest, a dollhouse of horrors. Bodies on 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 bodies.
Alright. Once again, we all know Billy Woods is a poet. Alright, we're gonna go through the literal only verse here. And if we're gonna be completely honest, I think this is the shortest track on the album. Alright. The verse would describe scarces found in dreadful conditions. While this could refer to any number of international conflicts, verse doesn't play any specific locations. Woods has paid particular attention to Israel and Palestine and the Gaza strips, which have been referenced on Glue Traps and Corinthians. And I remember Corinthians, so yeah. This verse refers specifically to the Gaza genocide. Specifically, this is suggested in reference to tiny coffins and a dollhouse of horrors. Children make up 40% of the population of the Gaza Strip, and some data shows up to 20,000 children have been killed. However, as Woods also notes, extensive and continuous bombings by Israel has resulted in an uncountable number of bodies being lost beneath the rubble. This means that any currently calculated death totals are likely significantly undercounted. Ow. Number 12, on the album is Long John's. This is definitely an elusive track.
Some day it's a knot, some day it's a bubble. No struggle, up early, dressed like old folk. Wait for trouble. Every corner covered, the limes crushed, the mint muddled. You talk to me in other people's words. You don't believe enough to burn. You, me, and each other. Before I leave, I'ma leave with something. Somewhere in Shibuya, they playing my song. I built a bomb when you weren't looking. Rewriting my right is wrong. Judge question if those lyrics are mirrors. Riot dawn. Looters list but forgot mirroring. Out sloganeering. At the butcher asking for fake beef. Smart dumb like swayed in the summer all night. Thick air, rain and thunder. Eyes like the hunted. A deader of the sun. Zero sum. Spelling fun like empire. Can't be just one. They said we gone, but we're not done.
Remember when I woke again, I saw my storm. She was a friend of her work, so it never ends. We woke up just to play pretend. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. I'll be right there, we'll make amends. Remember when I woke again, I saw my storm. She was a friend of her work, so it never ends. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Shake that Illuminati. Shake that Illuminati, that naughty. By nature, burnt cork on sun-scorched bodies. Drop Godspeed, also go. On the basis between need to know and ought to know. Neither felt optimal. Giving up goats for land. Break fast with toast, butter on both sides. My Nancy by proxy, rock 8 evil eyes. We not people. You hold hate for those I hold close, this ain't it, boo. Go sit at the other side of the cafeteria, eat shit, boo. Niggas be flipping, splitting the difference, dipping. What you speaking nonsense on ninjutsu? True power gives power. We ain't gon' get power if ours can't give power. All hands in, fingers saucy, share plates. We ate great, and jitter, extra sour. The witching hour, now patience on a dollar. Inshallah, Lord knows, y'all tryna make the serpent a scholar. Wow, I done seen it all. Slave saviors, baby, done been it all.
Excuse me for that. None of this is highlighted, but I do have questions. Up early, dressed like old folk to keep trouble away. That, I don't know why that got me. And then, I built a bomb when you weren't looking. Rewriting my right is wrong. Judge questions if those lyrics were mirrors. Write it dawn. Write it dawn? Fairly soon this says Riot at Dawn, but I could be wrong, and I'm pretty sure it does. So Riot at Dawn is what that is. Looters list, but forgot. Out sloganeering. At the butcher asking for fake beef. Smart dumb like suede in the summer. I have so many questions about just Elucid's first verse. Alright. Track 13 on Mercy with Earl Sweatshirt, which I wasn't expecting, but I'm happy it's here. California Games.
Yeah, what makes Mike's Armenian man? I don't think strikes is bottomless. Promises have been quartered. I broke the pattern and notice I'm always on edge. The homies are saying, don't even spaz. The cylinder's glass, we already cracked it. Give it a stamp. We subbed the package. We shipping it back. It wasn't too shabby, but was it your best? No stress, I'm not even asking. OT like Barnum and Bailey's. Nothing changed much, hound in the bag. Home team, the crest of the 10. Treat that boy like the jest he is. English on it, perfected the spin. I watch most of the messages get missed. Pressure on me, can't prep or pretend. Part of my absence, peer into the past. My eyes got whooped like one of the Jacksons. Warrior path, the man in the mirror at action. I don't need to ask. I ain't in the trap, the rats in the precinct singing like Tony Braxton. I don't need a stab, but I keep my hand, the only the fan.
Clandestine handgun, view to a kill, substar confession. Where ocean kiss canyon, every knee a kneel from where I'm standing. Gutted, built to spill, wild without abandon. I don't pocket watch, I think my hands in. Swiss movement, engraved in Sanskrit. Genie in the bottle, dirty dancing rancid. Take off my pants one leg at a time, too. Done scrambling, make it move, talk slanted. Maybe 2 or 3 more for weak niggas you ran with. Stranded, I'm smoking your confusion, cold lamping.
48 hours on the rental, 6 hours on the plane. California games with a bag at 68 in the shade. I didn't go mad to take something for the pain. I only came back to tell you about those flames, boy. Only came back to tell you about wire frames and tape cross broken nose. Why I tap and broke the home. Fire happens, fire grows, fire burn, fire knows. Don't slit this business, pimps a hoe. The set list kill them slow, if not softly. The exit costly. A cup of coffee. Get these motherfuckers above me, Lord.
It was always fourth down, splitting center. Sickness and the symptom. 6 cents, stars pointed at people, not conditions. Fingers twist up. If you could just make it through the winter, twice bitten. Hers was sweet, mine's more bitter. Worth the wait, darkness always was. It was like that had to be created.
With sour malice, my daughter's power ballads. Ring cross barren fields, strong with the devil's rope. Gave the dead hope, the living weed peeping in the telescope. Light leak in the photo, God's feet on they throat.
On the escalator, man. Yo, man, I don't want you to harp on shit, but yeah, I was pushing it, man, like we used to be able to do. And I miss that. I miss that I can't just go play ball after doing whatever. I miss it, man.
Let's not, come on, man. Playing ball and going the wrong way.
It's the same athlete. It's the same as a pickup game.
Go up or down escalator is a different story.
It's like a pickup game.
It isn't a pickup.
Yes, it is.
A pickup game is for fun.
I felt young.
Okay, there was one that caught my face immediately. Well, my eyes immediately. My ass got whooped like one of the Jackson's Warrior Path. The man in the mirror with action. That plays off the Jacksons, because it's a Michael Jackson line, and I believe, if I'm not wrong, I wanna make sure I'm right. Yeah. So, yeah, I thought I was onto something. Yeah, Joe Jackson had a bit of a physical and emotional abuse problem when it came down to the Jackson 5, most notably Michael Jackson. So that plays into the line, got my ass whooped like one of the Jacksons' Warrior Path, the man in the mirror with action. I don't know why. And then take off my pants one leg at a time too, and I have a feeling that references the quote, I put my pants on one leg at a time. So, but on Genius it says possibly a reference to one line off the track Rip Tracy, put designer jeans on one leg at a time. And I only came to tell you about those flames, boy. On Rehearse with Ornette, the second track on Armand Hammer's 2018 Paraffin Woods opens the hook with all that he's seen burnt a hole in his brain. He only came to tell him about the fucking flames. Saying all that he's seen burnt a hole in his brain. Damn. And then the last track is Super Nintendo, which is track 14. And I've heard it before, because when it came out, I was really excited, and I don't know why. I didn't know they were going to be dropping the Mercy album, and then when I saw that it was part of the Mercy album, I felt bad listening to it. But I also wasn't expecting to do this. But here we go.
Of course, she grabs hair that grows towards heaven. Pleasure in possession, melding. Black hole she fell in. Well then, every other year I'm shedding. Core element, delicate, contained in curios and cabinets. Black china, no embellishment. Nobody really getting over, it's all relative. Ahead of my time since 9-9, discipline development. Jealous God, well at odds, filling out the shell I'm in, fella. Don't sell daddy no whiskey, miss me not. My cologne been autumn's rot, from locks to socks enveloping. Babylon medicine, wretch, projectile, head first, innocent step. Felt all out the loop, still feeling woozy. Been the moodiest, miss me with Yakubian news. Many moons, pin where I've been and where I moved. Marooned, group peculiar and wild. Style cast shadow like sundial to thou.
We had fun on that Super Nintendo.
Sunday services, blew church out the window.
We was done, finger guns to our temples.
We had fun on that Super Nintendo.
Tiled the door, blew church out the window.
We was done, finger guns to our temple.
We had a time, don't let them say different. We was drunk and high watching Intervention. We was just happy to be outside when our peoples was in prisons of all types. We was just living. It's easy now to talk about wrong and right. We was just living. It's easy now that you know the price. We was just running and ripping. Hands full of life. It's hard to explain a few. Never mind all that. Just put the money in the hat. Rewind my old raps, wondering where that brother's at. Mom's half deaf, still sharp, but starting to forget. Repeating herself, retracing our steps. Used to be up late pacing, now she sleep like the dead. I passed out on the couch, dreams like lead.
We had fun on that Super Nintendo.
Sunday services, blew church out the window.
We was done, finger guns to our temple.
We had fun on that Super Nintendo.
Sunday services, blew church out the window.
We was done, finger guns to our temple.
I don't know why I like this track so much, but it's always when it's Billy Woods has a way of doing things that I like. There's the Yakub reference again. Yeah. So, miss me with the Yakubian news is just saying miss me with the white news of America. Okay, so that's normal. Grew peculiar and wild style, cast shadow like a sundial to Tao. Elucid is far above the rest of the rap game that it casts a shadow over his peers like an ancient tree in the wilderness. His unbridled growth and exploration allows him to achieve higher heights than most artists ever do. Its stature is tall, and the shadow tells you what time it is. It accurately embodies the current state of the world. Okay. Super Nintendo was popular around the time. Service Sundays blew church out the window. Double entendre refers to double entendre in reference to the THC Strand Church, the namesake of Wood's 2020 album. Oh, okay. He was done finger guns to temple, ending of Taxi Driver. Okay. I don't know if that one's correct, but I'm gonna roll with it. We were drunk watching Intervention. Intervention was a reality show series on A&E that aired since 2005. I'm well aware. It follows one or two participants who are addicted to drugs or alcohol. This line is said ironically as Woods and his partner are drinking and doing drugs while watching it. This also ties into the next line, linking drug addiction to one of the many prisons black people fall into. There's also irony in saying that your time was just staying indoors, getting high, watching TV. This is generally considered a waste of time. We had a time, don't let them say different. We was drunk and high watching Intervention, so waste of time, while also being ironic because you're watching people get help while not. Damn. Which would also force you into a technical prison because you're doing drugs, so you have an addiction, and addiction is always referred to as a prison. Alright. Rewind my old raps, wondering where my brother's at. Woods doing the very introspective double entendre when he listens to his old raps, he is hearing a past version of himself, someone he doesn't recognize anymore. So he is wondering if that old version of him is him and those rap songs still exist inside him. When he listens to old rap songs, there are old rappers and friends he never talks to anymore, and he is wondering where they're at. For example, Superfly Kron Brothers was a group Woods had with a rapper called Privilege. One day, Privilege just up and left, leaving Billy Woods by himself. After Woods would later make history, will absolve me, believing it would be his final album. Since that day, Woods and Privilege have never talked. Damn. Now, this is what I want to go into. Mom's half deaf but still sharp, but starting to forget, repeating herself, retracing her steps. But you used to be up late pacing, now she sleeps like the dead. I passed out on the couch, dreams like lead. Damn. So mom's half deaf but still sharp, meaning she's losing her hearing, but she's still sharp and aware. Where starting to forget, meaning she's probably losing her memory over time, so she's repeating herself and retracing her steps to keep her memory. Used to be up late pacing, now she sleeps like the dead. She no longer paces the house, she sleeps most of the time, probably due to being tired and overworked. I passed out on the couch, dreams like lead. Going to sleep with a heavy conscience is what I'm going to assume there. And then, of course, the chorus is said again at the end. Damn. And then there was one line that I still think is, where is it? Towel at the door and blew church out the window. I know that it's a cruel, like, I know that it's a double entendre because of the THC strain and Sunday services, but that seems to be the relatively secondhand part of it. I do want to come back to this at some point when there are more notes and this can be explained more. As always, you know, I don't normally do reactions by myself. This is a first. But, you know, this was something that was, I wouldn't say so much important to me as it was intriguing, and it's an artist that I do really like. It's a rap collective I do really like with a producer I admire a lot. You know, The Alchemist is an amazing producer, and the production on all these tracks up to Super Nintendo has been amazing and beautiful, and this is definitely an album that is gonna take me a couple of pass-throughs because I still feel like I didn't catch everything, and I know I didn't catch everything. So I'm definitely gonna probably go through this a couple more times, listen to a couple of these tracks over again, but for the most part, love the album. I'm happy they did it. That is the truth. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace.
It ain't no debate. Boy, come through this fucking sacrifice. If you want them dead, don't get mad at me when I say the price.